Before we get started, let's check out the links in my description. We all want nice things. We want the car, we want a house, we want a high limit credit card. But if you don't have at least a 680 credit score, you're not even in the game. So click this link here to know where you stand and get your free credit scores from all three bureaus. That will be Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And also get your reports. If you would like to be free and become financially independent through entrepreneurship, click this link here to be free. If you'd like to get cash back, which is a discount during shopping, please click this link here to see my favorite cashback sites. And if you enjoy the music you hear in the background, please click the link here and subscribe to It's Oasis. Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Wealth. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up my Spark earnings for the month of April. But before we get into that, if you would like to know your FICO scores and what's in your reports with all three bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, click the credit monitoring links in the description below. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your time utilizing your vehicle, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. If you don't have a car, you don't want to use your own, click the Wealth HyreCar link in the description below, and along with the Wealth Dasher, you can still make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your time. If you'd like to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below, then click Sign Up. If you'd like to get cash back while shopping online, click the cash back links in the description below. If you'd like to earn with Spark, just like I do, you can sign up to Spark by clicking the Spark Driver Wealth link in the description below. I'd like to get into these earnings for April. As you know, in the last video, I talked about the last week, which was 5/20/27, but we're not going to focus on that. What we're going to focus on these last 4 here. We're going to focus on 5/20/27, 64/30, 54/33, 397.83, and 459.17. So we're going to add up these 4 right here, and we're going to total that. I haven't done it yet. We're going to total that. I'm also going to go into my own calculation, because this is per the app. Because remember, this is with the tips going into effect the next 24 hours. That's when it shows up 24 hours after you earn the tips. So my earnings are actually calculated in real time, where it's your earnings and the tips for the day. So we're going to compare my own calculations with the app's earnings. Sometimes the app is more, sometimes the app is less. So we're going to compare it. And I'm also going to add up my mileage, so you know how much mileage I drove during the month. All right. So first we're going to go with 459.17. Let me pull up my calculator. Okay. So we're going to go with 459.17 plus 397.83. It comes to 857 for those 2 weeks. I'm going to add 654.33. Okay, so we're going to 1511.33. And we're going to add 520.27. All right, so that's $2,031.60. So that's $2,031.60 for the month of April. All right, so that's not terrible, you know. And you got to consider the fact that a couple of these, actually 3 weeks, I really wasn't even really out there like that. You know, 520, 397, 459, I wasn't out there like that. So this is part-time work. So I'm getting an extra $2,000 a month part-time. See, on top of everything else I'm doing. So this is just a stream of income. So this is this stream going into another stream. We're going to add all those streams up. But I'm just focusing on Spark right now. And if you're multi-apping, this can be $2,000 with Spark, another $1,000 or so with maybe DoorDash or something. Remember, you can sign up for DoorDash by clicking the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. All right, so you can do the Spark Driver Wealth, and you can be doing the Wealth Dasher. You can combine those. You can actually make well over, $4,000 a month doing both. All right, so that's me adding up the earnings within the app. So I'm going to calculate my own earnings here. Give me a second to pull this up. It's not going to be on the screen. I'm going to bring up this calculator again, and you're going to hear me just read it off this paper I wrote on. All right. All right. So here we're going to go with 473.82. Okay. We're going to go with 406.79. So far we're at 880.61. So far we're like 20 something dollars over, like $22, $23 over what the app says. And we're gonna go with 625.71. $15.06. Now we're a little lower. See, right there they had 15.11. I'm at 15.06, so we're a little under. So 15.06.32. Last one is going to be 504.67. Okay, so the app got me by about $21, about $21. Okay, so the app wins again, right? The app wins again. That's my earnings, but here it is. My earnings is basically real time. It's what I earn for the day. The app. So if usually Sunday is my highest earning day usually. So if Sunday is my highest earning day, the app calculates the Sunday's earning into the next week's total. So that's pretty much how it's beating me out by a couple of dollars usually all the time, because it's putting in my highest earning day. My highest earning day's tips is actually going into the next week. All right. So that's pretty much how that goes. My earnings says $2,010.99. The app says I made $2,031.60. So the app is beating me by about 20 bucks. All right, because again, I say they're calculating Sunday's tips into the next day. All right. So let me add up these. Miles. All right. Let's go ahead and add up the miles so you know how many miles I drove. We're going to go 340 for the first week. 340 for the first week. And then the next week was 157. You know what's amazing with that? It was only a few dollars different, maybe like a $50, $60 difference between the previous week and the next week, and we're talking about 150, almost 200 mile difference. Almost 200 mile difference, and that's because I believe in the previous week I was doing a few GMDs. Remember I told you the GMD mileage is outrageous. We're talking about 22 miles one way, to drop off 10 to 12 orders. So I did a few of those. So that's where that big mileage come in. Plus, sometimes they send me in longer directions. Like I went out today. No, not today. It was yesterday. I drove 14 miles. 14 miles for one order. I went 3 miles back another way and 11 miles going another, the total opposite direction. I believe that was only for like $24, $26. I don't recall right now, but I'll talk about that once I go over those. But yeah, but 14 miles. So basically we're talking about easily 22, 23 miles for one delivery. So sometimes, the mileage really makes a big difference. As you see, I went 340 miles one week, 157 miles the next week, and it was only like a $50, $60 difference. So that adds up. So let me continue. So then we went to 310 miles. I'm at 807 miles for the month so far. And then the last week we're talking about 247 miles. Now that one makes a bit more sense because I went 247 miles for $500 and I went 310 miles for $600. So we just added an extra what? Extra like 50 miles. Extra 50 miles in there for extra $100. So that ain't bad. It's like $2 a mile. So that's cool. I roll with that. But for the month of April, I drove 1,054 miles. 1,054 miles for $2,000. So that's somewhere in the range of around $2 a mile. And that's what people look for mainly when they're driving at $2 a mile. And it was a day I actually did $4 and I think it was $4.25 a mile. $4.25 a mile. That was great. That was a lovely day. I think I only did 50 miles that day. I made $185, something like that. Was it 50 miles that day? I think it was 185. I did about 10 miles. I mean, I did about $185. I did about 50 miles. You know, so that was a pretty good day for me. I really liked that one there. I really liked that one. But anyway, so hope this motivates you to get out here and get this money. Remember, you can multi-app. You can probably double what I did or add an extra $1,000 in what I did. So if you're ready to get started, go ahead and click the Spark Driver Wealth link in the description below. And you want to add in some DoorDash to multi-app, go ahead and click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. Also, if you don't have a car, you can go ahead and click the Wealth HyreCar link in the description below. You can still Wealth Dash and get out here and do some Spark, alright? Anyway, thanks for watching. If you would like to know your FICO scores and what's on your reports from all three bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week utilizing your vehicle on your own time, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. If you don't have a vehicle or you don't want to use your own vehicle, then click the Wealth HyreCar link in the description below. And that way you can hire a car and use that vehicle to then Wealth Dash and make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your own time. If you want to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below. If you'd like to get cash back while shopping online, click the cash back link in the description below. Like, share the video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to It's Oasis, and until the next video, let's get this money.